Hi, family. Welcome back to my channel. It is the holidays, and y'all know I love to bake, right? So today we are making one of my favorite desserts, caramel apple cheesecake. Girl, what you cooking? Yum, yum, yum. I hope you guys try this delicious cheesecake. It is a recipe from my favorite Southern Belle, Miss Paula Dean. Mm-mm-mm. It is delicious. So are we going to get right into this recipe over here? So it has 4 steps. Okay, 4 steps. I just want y'all to know that. It's not too, okay, it's not hard and it's not really one of those quickie desserts, but it's delicious. Excuse me, and it's worth the time. All right, so come on over here. We have 4 steps. The first step will be our crust. Okay, that's a cup, that's 2 cups of flour, 1/2 cup of firmly packed brown sugar, and 1 stick of butter. This is going to make our delicious crust. Okay, the other step, of course, is our streusel topping. This loveliness here is going to go on top of that caramel apple cheesecake. And how are you going to have a caramel apple cheesecake without the apples, right? We got the apples, we got some cinnamon and some nutmeg. We have exactly, let's see, a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. The recipe will be in the description box. So you guys, if you want to try it, you can definitely get it there. And then we just have, how much sugar this says? This is just 2 tablespoons of sugar, and that's going to go into the apple mixture, okay? And then over here is where all the love is. We have our cream cheese. Okay, so I'm doubling the recipe because the cream cheese bars, it's called caramel apple cream cheese bars. So they're supposed to be a little flat, but I like mine's a little thick. So I'm going to double my recipe. So that's why I have 4 packs of cream cheese. And then I have my 4 eggs. I have 1 cup of sugar. And then I have a tablespoon of vanilla extract. And then, of course, last but not least, what goes on top is the lovely caramel. Okay, we're going to melt those in the microwave. We're just going to add maybe like a tablespoon of water, and then we're going to just keep nuking them every what. I'll try it maybe every 15 seconds and then I'll just stir it. Okay, so let's get going. I'm excited about this recipe and I hope you guys will try it. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, first we're going to go ahead and we're going to get our crust together. This is our 1/2 cup of firmly packed brown sugar. Okay. We're just going to kind of mix that up. Get that going. Okay. Then we're going to take our stick of butter. It's softened butter. It has been sitting out all day. Room temperature butter. So, you know, you want to make sure that um, you have your ingredients sitting out. So usually they tell you you can use like that hook, the pastry hook. I do have all of that, but I have made this recipe and this is how I like to do it. And so however you want to make your crust, it's totally fine. You just want to get this crumbly, okay? All right, this is how your dough should look, nice and crumbly. And then if you pick it up and you can see, that's when you know it's ready. So what we're going to do is we're going to dump this into our 13 by 9 pan lined with heavy duty aluminum foil. And what you're going to do is that you're just going to press that into the bottom of the pan. Okay, you might see some chunks of brown sugar, but you can just break it up. It's okay. It's going to melt anyway inside there, but if you see any little chunks of brown sugar, you can just break that up. So we're going to go ahead and smooth that out all over the pan. Give it a nice even layer. all the way through. Okay. And once we're done here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it in the oven for 15 minutes. Okay. Once it's done, I'll show you that. Okay, so now that our crust is already pressed into the pan, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in the oven. All right, so we're going to move right into the cream cheese mixture. So what you want to do is in a large bowl, beat cream cheese with an electric mixer at medium speed until smooth. Then you want to beat in your sugar, eggs, and vanilla until smooth. And once that crust is warm and out, then you want to go ahead and pour that mixture over the crust. Okay, so let's get into this. Okay, so first we're just going to go, I'm going to move this over here because it just makes better sense. We're going to go ahead and get that cream cheese going. Okay, now that our cream cheese is nice and creamy, you want to get those eggs in there. Remember, I'm doubling my recipe, so everything is just 2 packs of 8-ounce cream cheese. And just 2 eggs. But because I'm doubling the recipe, I just use a little extra. Okay, then you want your vanilla extract. All right, and then you want to get that sugar going. Okay. Okay, so now our cream cheese is all ready to go. We're just kind of waiting on that crust because it takes about 15 minutes to to cook. So we're just going to go ahead and finish letting that brown a little bit. So that's our lovely cream cheese. She is ready to go over that warm crust once it comes out. So we just want to come over here to the apples. I had already incorporated the cinnamon and sugar and the nutmeg. So we went on ahead and added that, and I tossed these up a little bit. So it still needs a little bit more tossing. And those are our delicious apples. They smell so good, you guys. I wish you can smell this. It smells lovely. Okay. All right. So next comes our Streusel topping. Streusel topping consists of 1 cup firmly packed brown sugar. You're going to get her in there. I'm going to break that up a little bit because she is firmly packed. Firmly packed. All right. So now 1 cup of our flour. Okay. We also have a stick of butter that I'm going to go ahead and soften that up a little bit. Because it was a little cold. I had to use the other stick, so that one wasn't sitting out. But normally you always want your butter, your eggs, your cream cheese sitting out to get room temperature. Okay. Alrighty, so as we go ahead and break that up, that should be soft momentarily. I just put it on 30 seconds in the microwave, so that way it's going to give our streusel topping, make it crummy, and then we're going to add that oatmeal. Or maybe not. Don't do it that way, y'all. Make sure it's this, okay? But it's okay even if it gets a little. It's not going to hurt anything, okay? But you just want that butter nice and soft. Okay, let me add my oats. And then we're just going to incorporate all this together. Get it a nice mixture. And this is going to be our delicious crumb topping. So once the crust is done and we take that out of the oven, we're going to pour our cream cheese batter over it. And then we're going to sprinkle those apples right on top. And then we're going to go ahead and crumble this over the top. Okay. And then once it's all done, then that's when we melt our caramel. And like I said, you put about a teaspoon of water in the microwave and just do it in intervals of maybe 10-15 seconds, just depending on your microwave. So I usually do about 10 to 15 intervals, and I stir in between every intervals to make sure that the caramel doesn't burn or get weird, you know. Look at that crumb topping. It looks amazing, and it smells amazing too. You guys, if you make this, you're going to love it. Just, you know, let me know if you even tried caramel apple cheesecake streusel bars. They are so good. When I made them for my daughter's birthday party one year. This was way back in the day. I think she was only 3. And I mean, they were fighting over these caramel apple cheesecake bars. So be prepared. You make them, people are going to be always asking you to make, hey, you make those caramel apple cheesecake bars. When you have potlucks at work, they're going to automatically put you down for caramel apple cheesecake bars. Just a heads up, okay? They are delicious, I promise. All right, so that's our beautiful crumb topping. Look at that. You see the little bits of oatmeal in there? And so once you bake that on top of the apples, oh, so good. And y'all know it's the holiday. We always like something yummy, right? Something rich. Because we all gonna start January 1st, our diet, right? We always say that, but whatever. Love you. Love the skin you're in, right? That's what they say. Alrighty, so she is ready to go. She is perfect. That's what you want to see. That crumb, you just want to kind of sprinkle it over. You don't want to mush this thing, because you see what happens if you smash it. It gets like the crust. So you don't want to smash that. You just want to sprinkle it over the top. Okay? All right. Our crust should be ready in a few minutes. Okay, our crust is out the oven. Look how beautiful she is. She smells delicious. We're going to go ahead and take our cream cheese mixture. We're going to pour it on that warm crust. Okay, we're going to get it all in there. Smells so awesome. And because I doubled my recipe, it usually only takes 30 minutes. Like I said, the regular recipe is going to be in this description box. So I just doubled it because, like I say, I love this and it's so good. Get that nice and covered. Okay. Okay, next what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our apples. Remember these lovely babies here. We're just going to sprinkle them all over. Okay. You want to get some. I don't know, y'all. I'm sorry. I just like to do stuff by hand, child. I don't have time for all that. There we go. You can fill in the areas that you want. Get all that love, that sugar and cinnamon and nutmeg. It smells like Christmas in here, you guys. It smells so nice. Okay. Get it all incorporated. Just spread them out. I diced these. It's 3 apples, okay? So it's 3 Granny Smith apples. You want to peel core and just go ahead and dice them up. You know, dice them up to how you like them. Some people like them big chunks. Some people like finer chunks. However you like your apples. I don't think you can even go wrong with this at all. I think however you do it, it's just going to be delicious. Okay, so there's our apples and that lovely cream cheese mixture. You know, I'm just going to take that love and go ahead and pour that on there as well. Next, we have our crumb topping. Okay, so now that the cream cheese mixture is in there, our crust, cream cheese mixture, and apples. Remember, 4 steps: crust, cream cheese mixture, apple mixture, and now the last but not least is that lovely streusel topping. I'm going to do this like this because if you touch it too much because of the butter, it tends to just get really, really smushy. And we want to try to keep it to that crumb consistency. Okay, I did it a little bit with my hands. Okay, so sorry. Actually, as long as you don't squeeze it, I think it'll work that way, you know? Yum. I cannot wait. Alrighty, guys. I cannot wait. I had to let my crust cook a little longer. Usually say 15 minutes, but I let mine cook just a little bit longer because like I told you, I doubled the recipe. So usually it only takes about 15 minutes for that crust to brown. But because I added a little bit more flour, a little bit more butter. Now, isn't she pretty already? We ain't even done with that, right? And she is pretty already. Mmm. Alrighty. All right, so she's all done here. I finished putting on all that crumb topping. All right, we're going to put her in the oven now for about 30 to 45 minutes or until set. And again, because I doubled the recipe, she might have to go a little bit longer. You see how she's kind of jiggly? So we want to make her be like set to where she's not uh, too jiggly, okay? So we're going to put her in the oven, 350 degrees, already preheated. Okay, we're gonna get her in there. Okay, and then we're gonna set our timer. I'm gonna do 35 minutes and then I'll check back in a bit, okay? It is the holidays. I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. And today I just want to share a little something with you. I know right now the world is in chaos. Life is chaotic. Things are happening all over the world. And I just want to share a little bit of encouragement that, you know, life is unpredictable. It changes from day to day. The good part is that we serve a God who never changes. He's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. So whatever you're going through right now has caused you not to enjoy life, family, and friends, just want to kind of isolate and be alone. We have to trust in God, the one who never changes. Your story is not over. God wants to use all those dysfunctions, all your imperfections to refine you. He wants to take all those challenges to build you up to the person that He has called you to be. So don't worry. Don't stress out. Don't think that you're alone. Don't think that you're the only one that is going through some things. No, it's that time that God is using all of that to shape you, to stretch you, to put you into that place where He has called you to be. Family, I just want you to be encouraged. I want you to reach out if you need help, if you are suffering in silence, if you're feeling just alone and afraid, confused and uncertain. Reach out to somebody. Let somebody know how you feel. Call your mom or sister or a friend, somebody that you can trust that will pray for you, that will lift you up and bring you before the throne of God. I just want you to know that you are not alone, that we love you and that your family loves you, that you are more than a conqueror through God because He has already given you the strength and given us the victory. We just need to trust the process. We just need to trust that God knows exactly where you are because He has you right where He wants you. So let's stop dating our past. Let's stop holding on to all those dysfunctions. Let's begin to filter our thoughts. Let our thoughts be constructive and not destructive. Let us put our hope in God, believing that He knows right where we are and He has us right where He wants us. Trust that process, family. I love you. I'm just going to say a quick prayer over you, over your family, over those who are just going through some things right now, those who are feeling alone. I'm going to ask God that He will comfort you, that He will bless and keep you, that He will protect you, that He will watch over you, that He will encamp your angels, war and ministering angels, to war and minister on your behalf, to comfort you and to be there for you. He loves you, family. You're never alone. God promised that He will never leave you, nor will He forsake you. I need you to be encouraged. Okay, so I just poured in a tablespoon of water into my caramel. We're going to put that in the microwave. Remember, we're going to do uh, 15-second intervals, okay? Then we're going to take it out. My cheesecake ain't quite done yet, but it's getting there. So we're just going to go ahead and get that caramel melted, okay? All right, so here's our caramel. Look at that. Oh, she's pretty, right? And we're just going to drizzle that on. And remember, you have to stir it because otherwise she will stiffen. So the cheesecake is about ready to come out, and we're going to go ahead and put that caramel sauce in it, okay? All right. All right, so we got that love out the oven. Look at her. Ain't she pretty? So we're just going to drizzle some of this caramel sauce on it. So we're just going to kind of go back and forth just like that on it. Get another big scoop. And you got to be careful because this stuff stiffens up really fast, y'all. You want to get a nice little drizzle on it. Want to keep hitting all those little spots. And then go back and forth. Giving her all that love. Some places might get more than the other, but hey, that one who gets that is blessed. All that love, huh? Alrighty. She is. I'm gonna get the last of that caramello. Just let her go on there as she will. Okay, she is lovely. There you have it, that caramel apple cheesecake. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let her sit a while before we cut this because it's so hot. But it's good to drizzle your caramel sauce while it's hot, okay? So she's going to sit a minute, then we're going to slice her up. Look, y'all. That looks amazing, right? Look at the caramel on top. You have your apple crumb. And then in there, you got that nice cream cheese filling. Look at that. Y'all know that look good. Now it's time to taste it. Let's see. Let's see. Mmm. Mmm. My baby said, Christmas in your mouth. You guys, make sure you try this. It is delicious. I'm going to say Merry Christmas and a happy Cheesecake New Year. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.